describing famous people from Group 6.
Okay, and next slide. Explaining the method or technique. Yes, the best method we use is project-based learning or PGPL combined with collaborative learning technique. This means students will work in groups to create a small project, for example, a digital presentation or poster about a famous person. And the reason we choose this method because first, encourage meaningful language, use draw real-life project. This point means that students are not only learning grammar or vocabulary in theory, but they actually use English in real life situation through their projects. For example, when students create a project about a famous person, they have to find real information, like the person biography, achievement, or personality and describe it using English. And the second, promote active, student-centered learning. In this point means students become more active because they work in groups, discuss, and make discussion together instead of only listening to the teacher. For example, they choose which famous person to describe and how to present it. And the third, improves teamwork, communication, and creativity. This point means through group projects, students practice communicating in English, sharing ideas, and being creative, for example, designing poster or short video about famous people. And fourth, develop critical thinking by analyzing and presenting real reality. This point means students collect real information from the internet, then analyzing and summarize it in their own words before presenting into the class. And finally, integrate technology and visual learning through digital project. This point means students can use digital tools like Canva or PowerPoint to make visual presentation, helping them learn English while also improving digital.
Okay, now we are going to detailed lesson plan. So here our topic is descriptive text, which is describing famous people. And for the level is for senior high school, grade 10. And for the timing, we decided to use 2 meetings, which are 45 minutes in each meeting. And for the skill focus, we are focusing on speaking and vocabulary. And for the method that we use is project-based learning or PBL with collaborative learning technique.
Alright, the next is learning objective SMART. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to first identify the language and structure of descriptive text about famous people, and the second, work together in groups to create and present a digital poster describing a famous person in English.
Next, for the materials, we have 2 here. The first one is PowerPoint slides that will include vocabulary and sample sentences. By using a PPT slide, we'll help the teacher explain about the structure of descriptive text and help students to understand materials better, such as memorizing the vocabulary that's shown in the PPT slide easier. And the second one is pictures of famous people, such as Taylor Swift, Zayn Malik, Zendaya, and Tom Holland. By using some pictures of famous people, will make students easier to describe, such as Taylor Swift, appearance, and personality based on the pictures.
The next is sequence. The first activity is pre-activity is 10 minutes, and the first teacher activities, teacher creates students and asks who is your favorite celebrity, why do you like them? And the teachers show 2 until 3 pictures of famous people. For the example is Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, or Cristiano Ronaldo. And the teacher asks students to mention physical and personality traits. And the teacher review briefly what is a descriptive text, what's its purpose. And the student activities, the students share their opinions and describe briefly in English. And the student recall previous knowledge about descriptive text. And the next is the main activity is 60 minutes. Step 1, exploration 15 minutes. The teacher gives an example of a short descriptive text. And the teacher guides students to identify structure, identification, and description, and language feature, adjective, thinking, verbs. And step 2 is collaboration. It's 20 minutes. The students work in groups of 3 until 4, and each group chooses one famous person, can be local or international, and they research into info and prepare a short descriptive text, 8 until 10 sentences, and use Canva to create a character profile poster that includes picture, description, appearance, and personality, and their name and short caption. And the step 3 is presentation, 20 minutes. Each group presents their poster to the class 2 until 3 minutes per group, and the other students give short comments or questions. And the last activities is post-activity, 20 minutes. For the first reflection, 5 minutes, teachers ask what makes a good description and what words help you make your writing interesting, and the students share their opinions, and the teacher give feedback in the end of the classroom for improvement of the courses.
Now we go to the assessment tasks. The first one, student will listen to the important parts of a descriptive text about a famous person. They will also practice using words like is, has, and simple adjective to describe the person's face, hair, height, and personality. And for the second one, students will work in group and they need to make a simple digital poster. The poster should include pictures and a short description in English about a famous person that they choose. And each group will show their poster to the class and talk about the famous person using easy and new words that they have learned before.
Right, the next is reflection. We anticipate that some students will find it difficult to describe people using the new vocabulary accurately during this class. Some students may also be too shy or lack the confidence to speak in front of the class. Vocabulary and confidence are both necessary for speaking, so both issues can impact participation levels, and we intend to create a supportive and inspiring learning environment in the classroom to overcome these challenges. To attract students' interest and reduce their fear, we will start the class with the fun and interesting pre-class activities such as photo casing or descriptive games.
The first aspect is connection, where students attempt to relate the knowledge they know and get into relevant real-life use. Teacher may lead the discussion before any knowledge transfer phases. For example, the teacher may ask, who is this person, what are his personality, and how can we learn? Student will learn adjective for personality and appearance, linking verbs and sequence pattern to describe people in their lives. While doing so, various activities are given to activate prior knowledge and engagement, such as brainstorming, short notes about their loved one, etc. By the end of the session, students are able to use the knowledge they already have and get into real-life conversation, such as discussing their friends or teacher's personality, followed by students' short reflection and journal. Then we got critical thinking that makes students into an active problem solver. It also about students analyzing, asking or questioning and evaluating skills so that their minds are more active rather than passively memorizing. Students are asked to examine and compare ideas as well as judging. In this case, they should determine why certain words are appropriate to describe a person, which can be applied in professional or casual settings. Students should be able to distinguish objective and subjective description, justify their adjective, and evaluate tone of their language. The language focus is to emphasize their evaluation and refining language use, proper adjective, adverbs, linking verbs, and tone use. Learning activities includes but not limited to comparison between texts, such as positive and negative impression of the same person, word evaluation, and peer review. For example, the teacher may start with asking their student about certain sentences that used to hate and positively describe a person. Then each activity diminishes student assistant progressively. Teacher assistant progressively, sorry. Then we got creativity, that refers to how students are able to describe people in new and unique ways. It also refers to their ability to use their knowledge, skills, and ideas to make something new. Their new language skills should let them create their own original text, express their unique ideas or perspective, and demonstrate their independence. For example, activities like short description of a certain superhero for imagination and language use, and then create a mini video with voice narration as a way for them to express their ideas in language or visual and technologically. Students then should be given a journal or reflection that includes how can they use their own language, how they can be unique, original, and creative, and many more. Teachers should also ensure that they present their original idea.
Okay, we continue about element of deep learning. In this slide, we have 3 elements of deep learning. The first one is collaboration, the second one is communication, and the last one is reflection. For the collaboration, students work in group of 3 or 4. Each group chooses one famous person, can be local or international famous person, and then they research basic information and prepare a short descriptive text, write in 8 to 10 sentences, and then use Canva to create a poster that include picture for description and their name and short captions. Okay, next, communication. After they make a poster, each group will present their poster in front of class in 2 or 3 minutes per group, and then the other groups give short comments and questions. And the last one is reflections. After they do the activity, the teacher asks what makes a good description and what words helped you make your writing interesting. And then the student share their insight. After that, the teacher gives positive and corrective feedback on grammar and vocabulary of their poster.